I want to show you something. You look as I do this. Hody ho ho, Merry Christmas, fellas. I'm drinking sugar-free Red Bull, baby. Red Bull. It gives you anxiety. I'm sorry. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, a lot going on in my life, and also I am prone to distractions. I spent this weekend getting very drunk with a bunch of cartoons.
And as a special bonus today, guys, right here at the top, we're joined by our friend, the Black Dog Dendro. What's up, man? Hey! Oh, my God. Look on the watch page. Your face is huge inside the little tablet.
Fuck yeah!
That's
Merry
awesome.
Christmas, every fucking buddy.
That's perfect.
Welcome to the office Christmas party, buddy.
That's
I
right,
already
man.
started.
He's already all over it, man.
This is what my life is now. But whenever I'm not working hard in my real life or communicating with a ghost and an anthropomorphic fish, I need to be fulfilling my obligation to you, the people who rely on me to think things for you. How are you going to know what to think if you don't know what I think? Where are you going to pull that from? Your brain? Your brain? Really? No, you need me. You are my children, my literal children, 13 and under. That's what this channel is for. 13 and under only. If you're an adult, get the hell out of here. This isn't for you. This is for kids. This is for your little kids. I want to talk to your kids. I want to talk to your son. Somebody in my real life actually requested what we're going to talk about. They wanted me to talk about flat earth theory, which made me kind of curious. So I did some research, and apparently in 2019, almost 2020, people still think the earth is round. That's fucking weird, man. I never did a flat earth video before because I thought it was like common knowledge that the earth is flat. Obviously, like when you hold a compass, you hold it like this, you hold it flat. And then when you look at north is that way. It's not that way. It's not up. It's that way. It's flat. Anyway, let's address this issue. Let's debunk the fucking globetards who think that the earth is some big fucking ball floating around in the void somewhere. It's fucking ridiculous, man. That's what this video is about. So I hope that's what you wanted.
Hi, Flat Earthers. Y'all know me, right? Well, Merry Christmas.
So you might be a little confused about the title. I'm not going to acknowledge the Santa Claus thing. I just wanted to stick it in there. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. So yeah, I called the video Fat Birthers instead of Flat Earthers. And I'm really sorry to have deceived that portion of my audience that really gets off on watching obese women give birth. I know that's a lot of you. But I'm really hoping that Flat Earthers never find this, because I don't want to talk to them. And believe it or not, they're actually not very good conversationalists. They don't really talk about much else. And on the rare occasion that they're talking about anything else, it's fake moon landings, vaccines make you retarded, fucking, I don't know, lizard people. I've never really talked to one for that long, honestly. But today we're going to do a video about Flat Earth. We're going to look at a Jubilee video. Jubilee is a channel that, unlike some of the other channels that we look at, I'd actually recommend. They're kind of fun to watch, kind of cool videos. And it's a video where Flat Earthers go head to head with scientists. What a match. So basically you've got three people who have dedicated their entire life to figuring out the way the world works and everything via science. And then you've got three other people who have spent the last couple of years watching YouTube videos. So who do you think's gonna win? Throw me a comment and tell me what you think.
I'm Jim Underdown, Executive Director of the Center for Inquiry West in Los Angeles and the Chair of the CFI Investigations Group.
I'm Spencer Marks, one of the senior members of the CFI Investigations Group, Science Advocate.
I'm a theoretical physicist, and I'm with the University of Irvine.
Theoretical physicist? Are you kidding me? You couldn't get an actual physicist? You only got one in theory? What? You're going to have to come harder than that, globetards.
I'm Wendell Walton. I'm a Chief Learning Officer for a young startup.
Oh, look at that. A real job. Chief Learning Officer at a young startup. That's respectable. Unlike some guy who just sits around theorizing about maybe being a physicist.
I'm Shelley Lewis. I'm a graduate of West Point, critical thinker, and jumped out of airplanes.
Boom! She jumped out of a fucking airplane. Nerds. Any of you nerds jumped out of a fucking airplane? I bet not, because you're pussies. Pussies! And she's a critical thinker. That's fucking hot, man.
My name is Dan Glatman. I work as Dan the Waterman in the drinking water filtration industry, and I'm a truth seeker.
Dan the Waterman observed his fatherland from the mountains to the sea. While seeking truth like a super sleuth, he said, "Shit looks flat to me." I wrote that.
Only step forward if this is true for you. I believe the earth was created by a higher power.
Uh-oh, Dan doesn't believe in God. That's a big hit to his credibility. Maybe he thinks he is God. Maybe we should be thankful he hasn't poisoned the water supply yet.
The Bible is a flat earth book. You have to take it literally. Like, for example, in Isaiah, when it talks about how the earth is like a clay wax seal that's stamped with upturned edges, that's just not some fancy story. That's a simile. It is like.
It's impossible to argue against that. That's what I've concluded.
Right, absolutely. And in Isaiah talks about too, and I'm a Christian, he who sits upon the circle of the earth. There's a difference between a circle and a ball.
Critical thinker. See? Critical thinker. A circle is not a ball. A circle is not a ball. You're gonna argue with God? Who the fuck do you think you are? You're gonna argue with God.
Those are religious books. Those are not books of science. And it is wrong to infer or deduct scientific readings out of those books.
Dude, bro, I'm not here to talk down to you or anything, but like, seeing as you're only theoretically a physicist, you better watch out talking like that, because you're gonna go to hell, man. And hell hurts. Okay, anyway, let's get past this part.
I didn't start out, and no one starts out as a flat earther, but I had a lot of questions. So I actually got to the point where I had to go out and put my own eyeballs on it. So we went out to an observation at Salton Sea, and things just didn't add up down there. So we've gone back probably a dozen times, and I can guarantee you that there is no curvature over distance.
Wendell went to the beach.
The internet has played an important role in confirming my view of this topic.
That's the problem.
What an arrogant asshole. What, you don't watch YouTube? You don't get your information on YouTube? Don't talk to my audience. I got these little fuckers eating out of the palm of my hands. They believe everything I say. I haven't made a single argument this entire video, and I won't. But they'll believe anything I say. They're on my side, no matter what. You fucking you fucking Poindexter nerd. Why don't you watch some YouTube videos? Maybe you can figure out how to be a factual physicist instead of just a theoretical one, you fucking loser. It's the only joke I have through this whole video is the physicist thing. It's not, I'll cut this out.
Well, we have the advantage of information today that's outside of channels 2, 4, and 7, and the few networks that are corporately owned.
Corporations.
It's pretty easy to say YouTube isn't research, but when you spend enough time, you're picking up quite a bit.
Quite a bit. That's an understatement. You pick up a lot from watching YouTube videos over time. Have you heard of these little kids with just full black eyes, right? Little demonic kids. Reports have said that they will show up at your door asking to come in or to use your phone, trying anything to get inside your house. And if you let them in, you're never heard from again. Ah! Why do you watch this?
I'm hoping to be able to tell our side of the story from the inside out. So many times, flat earthers are depicted from the outside in, and I want to be able to share with others empirical data that proves the Earth is not what we've been told.
Empirical data. See, I don't know what more you need. The government are liars. God said the Earth is flat. Politicians and scientists are in league with the devil. All of them, all over the world. Shelley jumps out of airplanes and Wendell went to the beach. Maybe if you believed in God. Maybe if you didn't trust whatever the government tells you. Maybe if you didn't trust whatever corporations want you to believe. Maybe if you weren't so pussy, you'd jump out of an airplane once in a while. Maybe if you weren't such a delicate little bitch afraid to get sunburned, you'd go to the beach and just look out on the ocean, and then you'd know. Then you'd know that you've been lied to. But these people are brave enough to have actually done all those things. They represent the true voice of America. Don't ever trust people in power. Don't ever trust people with an education. Don't ever trust people who don't blindly believe in an invisible man that created everything and will send you to hell if you're bad.
I went into this completely wanting it to be true. And my husband told me, he saw this thing about the fake moon landing. And I was like, you're absolutely crazy. There's no way that the moon landings are fake. And then in 2010, my husband was killed. And so I never really developed that until around 2014 when Flat Earth kind of came back up.
Do you think that if you were married to someone who was into conspiracy theories and then that someone was killed, that it might trigger some sort of deep longing, desire to apply meaning to that person's life or death, and that maybe that might lead you down a rabbit hole where reason comes second to personal validation? Nah, man, that shit's flat. I seen the horizon.
How many lies does it take to make a liar, right?
Exactly. How many lies does it take to make a liar? Billions and billions of lies over the course of 2,000 years, millions of people telling the same lie for, why would they do that? Okay, I just looked it up. It's to hide God from us. They found proof of God and now they need to hide it from us. So, I mean, that's a relief because I was starting to get doubtful.
Being ridiculed for being inquisitive is pretty tough on us.
Yeah, I mean, I understand being ridiculed for being wrong, but just for being inquisitive? I mean, you have to come up with real facts to prove the Earth is round if you're going to criticize people like us for being wrong. But until the day you can prove it, don't show me any of that evidence. I don't want to listen to NASA. I don't want to listen to scientists. I don't want to listen to the government. Don't show me any of that. But if otherwise you can prove that the Earth is round, then I'm listening. I'm listening.
Show me a globe spinning with clouds and a moon, show me home, and I think I could shut up easily. I think I could shut up. New ideas have limited access to media and limited exposure. Until we're in university curriculums, we will continue to appear uneducated.
Of course flat earthers look stupid. We don't teach it to kids. We don't teach kids that the Earth is flat, and until we do that, you're going to keep thinking we're stupid. It's a goddamn conspiracy, and it's pissing me off.
As a matter of fact, all U.S. Air Force photography prior to 1958 shows a flat Earth. Only NASA shows us fair. That's absolutely not true, Jim. I wouldn't lie to you.
Dan the Waterman would never lie to you. He promised, so I think that pretty much wraps it up. Case in point, the Earth is flat. So I think this was a pretty great video. I think it was really well done on my part. I think I made a lot of good arguments. Definitely not a waste of anybody's time. Everybody should watch this. And you know what? Honestly, I'm feeling so good about myself having done this amazing best flat Earth video ever that I think it really tapped into my Christmas spirit. I think I'm going to be a little bit charitable here. And you know what? Here's a fat woman giving birth, guys. Merry Christmas.
Real hard, as hard as you can. Hard. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let it out. Do it again.
Grab your handles down here at the bottom.
She wants you to grab these handles right here.
And
There you go. Pull and push. Push hard. Hard. Push harder than that. Come on. Push, 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 push. That's it. You gotta start on it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. Listen. Listen.
You're doing good.
Listen. Listen. Pressure. Heads out. Listen to me.
Hang on. Stay right there. Breathe in. Hold on. Don't push.
Women do this on purpose?